This stotram, Kamlajadayitashtakam, is a Saraswati Ashtakam dedicated to Goddess Sharada, who is the goddess of Sringeri Kshetram, and it is composed by the 33rd Shankaracharya, who has adorned the Sharada Peetham in Sringeri. And the name is Satchidananda Shivabhinava Narasimha Bharati Mahaswaminaha or Mahasannidhanam Sri Sri Swamiji. And this is a stotram which is dedicated to Goddess Sharada. And we heard the story about how Saraswati Devi followed Shankaracharya up to the Tungabhadra river, and then how Adi Shankaracharya installed Sthapanam, Kritavantaha, Sthapanam and Archanam, and installed that mode of worship also. So this is a prayer. This stotram is a prayer to be recited by everyone at home who is a serious aspirant of moksha. That's us, mumukshus, for spiritual blessings. We saw the twofold vidyas, para and apara vidya. We covered these two shlokas in the morning session. The first two shlokas are praising the glory of the goddess. And most of the words, this is the beautiful feature in Sanskritam called samasa, compound words in Sanskritam. What you can say in with 10 words in English can be compressed into one long word. Brevity, that is the very beautiful feature of compounds. Most languages you can combine 2 words, 3 words. You can't keep on combining. But if you know certain rules, we can combine a whole lot of words. There is the opening Mangala shloka of another beautiful text by one Kavi called Advaita Makaranda. Advaita Makaranda means, Makaranda is honey, the honey of Advaita. A small text of 30 verses which we study, we can do that even now, but we studied at the end of 3 years. So the first line, the Kavi says, Mangala Shloka will be inviting the grace of Bhagavan. And his Ishtadevata is Krishna. Kataksha Kirinat Chanta Naman Mohabdaye Namaha. Kataksha Kirinat Chanta Naman Mohabdaye. That's the first line. What does that mean? Unto that Krishna, whose Kataksha Kirinas, whose just sideway glance of compassion, Chanta, dries up Mohabdi, the ocean of Moha. That is, the whole samsara is dried up by one sideway glance of compassion by Krishna. And that is one word. That is the example of what is called samasa in Sanskritam. We have come across so many samasas in Dakshinamurti Stotram, all that we have studied, Gita, Kekave Vanda, Nariya samasas, chapter 3, 4, 5, So, if we know the rules, we can easily break it down and figure out the meaning. So, here also, the fantastic poet, this 33rd Shankaracharya, and in the first 2 shlokas, we see Sambodhana, vocative case, glorifying the Devi in samasa words. So, what has he said? He said, O Devi, you who reside in the Sringeri hills, and you whose Angri Padma, lotus-like feet, have been worshipped by great sages like Kalidasa and Shuka Munis. Shuka Mukha Munivi Sevyamana Padme. And you are spotless, blemishless. Not meaning a fair and lovely complexion, but embodiment of Sattva Guna. Sattva, the white stands for Sattva Guna. What is the color for Rajas? Red. Red, ready to fight. Red is, like activity. Rajas indicates dynamism, activity. We need some Rajas, otherwise we can't perform our Swadharmas. But if the Rajas is tilted, the balance, then we become workaholics, And we are so taken up by karma, 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 that the mind cannot be still even for 5 minutes. Yeah? See, they all have such a positive, dynamic rajas. No? That is called the rajas that is, tilting towards sattva. The dedication to Samskrita Bharati and all that. That kind we need to a dedication and inspiration. No? And tamas, the color is
Black.
black. Black bodies absorb all the heat. So it is like, sometimes I wonder how Muslims can wear black even in the heat of Telangana summer. Because no air will come in. Like that, when the mind is filled with tamoguna, it will not allow anything to penetrate. So tamoguna is characterized by the color black. So here, Swangat Chaya Viduta Amritakara Surarat Kamane. Oh Devi, your blemishless, spotless Sattva overpowers Viduta, even the Vahanam of Indra Devata and of the Chandra, moon. And you are Vak Savitri. You are the generator of words. So anybody, that's why we encourage children to do Saraswati Puja. Because that, they will be fluent in speech, fluent in thoughts and words, Vak Savitri. And the more we adore Saraswati and do her worship, that power of communication, retention, assimilation will all be developed. That is the power of Devi. Then Shambhu, Srinath, Mukhya, Amaravara, Nikaraihi, Modata, Pujamani. You are worshipped by Shambhu, Shiva, Srinath, Mahavishnu, and a host of other devatas. Joyously they worship you. Vidyam Shuddham Chabuddhim Kamlajadayite Sattvaram Dehi Mahyam. The chorus is, O Kamlajadayite Sattvaram. Now, here and now, you bless me with Vidya and Shuddha Buddhi. Shuddha Buddhi is the pure mind, Chitta Shuddhi, Antakarana Shuddhi, without which the knowledge cannot settle down. Even if knowledge enters, some people when they come to a Gita class, somehow some punyam brings them to a Gita class. So they'll be looking around, yaar vandirka, yaar varla, enna kattindirka, and you'll go, oh, endha oorla enna vandirka. Mind will be distracted. Yeah? So that shows that punyam is lacking. Anyway, in a 1 hour class, what is the effective time our mind can dwell on the topic? Guess? 1 hour? 50. Somebody said 10 minutes. The mind will wander away. Like right now you are in the class, Can you focus your mind completely on the Shastra? You will be thinking, what is my family doing in Hyderabad, or in Chennai, what is for dinner today, some thoughts will come. Then we bring the mind back. No. Then you think, oh, anyway, Swamini will give the YouTube link. I can listen to it later also. Let me quickly text a message. So the mind will be wandering here and there. A monkey-like mind. Everyone's mind is like that. So to devote 50 minutes is a great achievement. To be able to dwell on one topic with minimum distractions. For that we need Sattva. So here the author, this Shankaracharya, prays, he demands rather, O Devi, you bless us with Vidya and Shuddha Buddhi, pure mind that can pursue this knowledge without distractions. The first verse over. Second one, Kalyadau Parvatishah Pravarasura Gana Prarthitaha Shrauta Varma Prabalyam Netu Kamaha. Kalevi Adau. In the beginning of Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga is characterized by the dark age. Materialism rises, age of distractions. Today still we are seeing that youngsters, how the attention span has become so little and distractions are so much. The parents are more worried about their children, that how the values are deteriorating. Kali. And this is Adav in the beginning. Only 5,000 years have gone by. Prathama Pada Samaptam. So then what happened? All the gods, they were worried. Vedic values, attitudes, everything is going down. Nobody is doing Agnihotra, Sandhya Vandanam. They all went to Parvatishaha, who is Prarthitaha, prayed to. Then the compassionate Lord is Netukamaha. Netukamaha is, he agrees to restore the Shrauta Vartma, the Vedic lifestyle. Prabalyam is to bring back the Balam, restore and revive. So what did the great Lord do? Yati Vara Vapusha Agatya, incarnated as the great Adi Shankaracharya, who is the Yatinam Varaha, Shreshtaha, the great Shankaracharya. That Devi, Yam Shringashele, who installed Devi on the banks of Tungabhadra and worshipped her with many stotrami, many stuti stotram. And she, what adorns her hair? Ardha Chandra, half crescent moon, and that stands for Kalatattvam. Kalatattvam. So, even snake, you say snake adorns the neck of Shiva. That means the Devatas, Shiva, Devi, they are all Kalatitaha. They are beyond time, timeless, supreme reality. And Vidyam Shuddham Cha Buddhim Kamlajadayitashtakam Session. Let's chant these two shlokas and then move on to the... Netukama means desirous of doing this. Of Prabalyam Shrauta Vartma. Netu is leading, no? Netum Ichchati. Desirous of leading and establishing the Shruti-based path, Shrauta Vartma, Prabalyam, so that it should become predominant again. And hence, the incarnation of Adi Shankaracharya.
Okay. Pravarasura means? Pravarasura, first line.
Bring back.
Where?
No, bring back is Prabalyam. Pravarasura, first line.
Pravara means the foremost, the most exalted. See, Vara means Varenyam, revered. And Upasarga Pra is often Prakarshena, enhances the meaning. So the most exalted of the Sura Ganas. Gana means host. So the multitudes of Suras, Devatas, who are most exalted, Pravara Sura Ganas, they all approached Shiva, who is Prarthitaha. Okay? Alright. Now let's chant these two shlokas, then we move to the third and fourth. Together, since you all know by now. Sringatma Bhrindivase Shukhamukhamanive Sevyamanam Vipadme Swangasthaya Vidhuta Vitakara Surara Vahane Vaksavitri Shambhu Srinath Mukhya Maradhanikadai Modata Pujyamane Vidyam Shuddham Cha Buddhim Kamalajadayite Sattvaram Dehi Madhyam Kalyadau Parvatisha Pravarasura Prarthita Shrauta Prabalyam Netukamo Yadivara Pusha Gatyam Shringashile Samsapyacham Prajakre Bahuvidativi Satvanindvartachuda Vidyam Shuddham Cha Buddhim Kamalajadayite Sattvaram Dehi Madhyam. Now we come to the third verse. As I told you, the first two verses glorify the Devi. How did the Devi arrive in Sringeri? How did Shankaracharya arrive? What did he do? all the descriptions are over. So after the author has praised the Devi, what does he do?
He's asking for
He
He
puts a big list. I want this and this and this and this. You grant me right now. Arat Satvaram. And that list begins in verse number 3. Papaugham Vamsayitva Bahujanirachitam Kimcha Punyalimarat Papaugham Vamsayitva Bahujanirachitam Kimcha Punyalimarat Sampadhyastikya buddhim Shruti Guru Vachaneshwadaram Bhaktidardhyam Sampadhyastikya buddhim Shruti Guru Vachaneshwadaram Bhaktidardhyam Devacharya Dvijatishvapi Devacharya Dvijatishvapi Devacharya Manunivahe Tavakine Nitantam Devacharya Dvijatishvapi Manunivahe Tavakine Nitantam Tavakine Nitantam Vidyam Shuddham Cha Buddhim Kamlajadayite Satvaram Dehi Mahyam The whole verse together. Papaugham Vamsayitva Bahujanirachitam Kimcha Punyalimarat Sampadhyastikya buddhim Shruti Guru Vachaneshwadaram Bhaktidardhyam Devacharya Dvijatishvapi Manunivahe Tavakine Nitantam Vidyam Shuddham Cha Buddhim Kamlajadayite Satvaram Dehi Mahyam. So the fourth line is common, as you know. O Kamlajadayite Satvaram Dehi Mahyam. You grant me Vidya, the liberating knowledge, and Shuddha Buddhi. Yeah? But in addition to that, now the list begins. Yeah? Papaugham Dhvamsayitva. Papasya Ogha. Ogha means a bundle. Yeah? So this huge bundle of Papa Karma Phalam Dhvamsayitva, you have to destroy. Who has to destroy? Devi has to destroy. Yeah? And this Papa Ogham is, I have committed so many actions. They are called omissions and commissions. What I should have done, I did not do sometimes. And what I should not have done, I have done. They are called omissions and commissions. Now, why did that happen? Raga Dveshas. Yeah? Because of the pressure of Raga Dveshas, I sometimes did not do what was to be done and did what was not to be done. And hence what? Papa Karma Phalam has accrued in the Jiva's account. No? Not only from this birth, Bahujani Rachitam. Jani is Janma. Over so many Janmas, we have seen the threefold karmas where Gita. This is our Prarabdha Karma is one slice, one cake From the Sanchita cake. Sanchita is the infinite store of karma phalam in our account. And one portion which is Papa Punya Mishritam Karma is allocated for one Janma. So here author says, I don't know, the whole host of Papa Karma Phalam you have to destroy, which has been accumulated over many, many Janmas. Now, the Papa Karma Phalam, is unique to which embodiment, Jiva Rashi? Humans. Only Manusha. Why?
Because they have the free will.
Exactly. So only in a human shariram we have the free will. Yeah, I can choose to do something, kartum shakyam, akartum shakyam, anyatha va kartum shakyam. And hence one can abuse dharma, go against dharma, or pursue dharma. If pursues dharma, punyam accrues. If go against dharma, papam accrues. If a dog crosses the red signal, will there be papa for him? No. Rather the owner will be punished and fined, right? And if a dog, these police dogs, watchdogs, they catch a criminal, then will the dog get punyam? No. It may be awarded, but the owner will be clean. Will get some punya. So what this means is that Papa Punya Karma account is there only for the human. And the Shastras clearly say that the higher lokas, 7 lokas, the celestials are enjoying punya karma phalam. Subtle pleasures, subtle lokas, and the naraka lokas are predominantly papa karmas. But this nitya loka is a mishritam karma. So here there is firm appeal that due to ignorance, I have committed actions I don't know in the past. No, this is the attitude. Whenever there is suffering in the life, we ask ourselves, what have I done to deserve this?
Why me?
Yeah. And then many people say, but you've been such a good person, such a philanthropist, how come this happened to you? Then what is your answer? How do you understand it?
Prarabdha karma.
Yeah, that is what is said here. When we go through some suffering, we are exhausting the Papa Karma Phalam. And Kanchi Mahapariva said beautifully, our attitude can still be positive. We can think that Papa Karma Phalam is being debited from our account. Yeah, so the pile has become little less. So here the author is asking, Dvamsayitva, you just destroy the bundle of my Papa Karma. Then what? Kincha, and further, Punya Alim Arat. Arat means immediately you bless me with Punyam. Punyam is, Punyam is what will translate into a favorable situation in our life. Actually, a couple of other people wanted to join this camp. Last minute, something will happen to prevent them from listening to Shastras. Gita class also. Some Swamiji will say, excuse number 1 is guest on the floor. That means what? Your punyam was not adequate that day and you had to serve them and you missed your opportunity to listen to the Shastras. Punyam was not enough. So in every Vedanta class or a camp class, we are all encashing a punya check. Punya is also being debited. And when we suffer, Papa is being debited. We should be happy.
Amma,
So-
will it not get credited if we attend class?
Yeah, that also, you gain. But if you attend more very alertfully. But actually, punyam will be more actively credited when we do seva, panchamahayajnas, danam, yajna danam, tapakarma. So right now we are being bitten by mosquitoes, right? That is our papa karma. So some blood will be extracted, which we can consider it as a donation. So blood donation, right? So that is the,
However much he may pray, destroy my papa karma.
yes.
It will go. The karma will
We are coming to that. We are coming to that. That is the power of prayer, Subhama, no? See, prayer is a manasika karma. No? So, as we pray, prayer has the power to rearrange those variables. See, we don't know the hidden variables that is standing against me, that is bringing obstacles in my path. That is why Puja Swamiji said, prayerful living is intelligent living. No? Just because as Acharya says, you give me this, you give me that, doesn't mean it will be done. But as a prayer, it will create antibodies. Manasika karma, it is a karma, prayer. No? So that prayer will release punyam. Now, how do you explain? It will reduce the impact of the papa karma phalam. And you must all have experienced it. In some very deep situation, we pray and situation changes. Yes. And that is, that also. So karma is, if it is prabalam, if it is very, very strong, then no amount of prayer can change it. That's why when somebody is having a very strong papa karma, like terminal disease, so I've been approached by many people, they are in 4th stage cancer and this and that, what can we do? Then one parihara is Rudra Abhishekam, Danam, to Shani. You have to do Danam and all that. Then why do we do that? Why do the Vedas prescribe? Because that will create punyam. And the punyam has the power to outweigh or neutralize the papa karma. But if it is very, very strong, then as you said, at least I will have you reduce the impact. Let me have the inner strength to go through it unscathed. And that power has, yeah, something like that, yeah. So that is why we should do a lot of punya karmas, to neutralize this. So coming back to papa and punyam, see, if your family, your children are studying well, and there is no want, and all our limbs are working fairly okay, nobody is disabled, it's all punyam. Yeah? And our families are supporting us, punyam. But then if there are obstructions, dire need of wealth is there, health is lacking, opportunities I'm losing, that is all papa karmas, So we have to maneuver through that.
This subtraction of the sin is from prarabdha cake or sanchita cake?
We have only access to prarabdha, right?
Then how to avoid adami karma?
You revise your Gita chapter. Yeah, that's a good question, but we have covered it in chapter 4 and 5. See, I'll give you an example. The 3 karmas are like, you have to see it as you have a quiver of arrows, right? A lot of arrows are there. Then one arrow you take and then it is shot. So our prarabdha karma is pra-arabdham karma, which has already begun. The arrow is already traveling. That means we are exhausting that slice from the sanchita cake. The sanchita infinite store is at the back, in the quiver. We have no access to it. So many janmas, infinite janmas. Then how do we put an end to that? Anybody? Lakshmi Garu knows, I know she knows. Jnanameva. That is the jnanam he is asking. So the jnanis, like Puja Swamiji or this author, they are enlightened. So when you gain that Atma Jnanam, Atma is Papa Punya Rahita. So when you gain that liberating knowledge of the Atma Tattvam, then you are free from both. Now, but even that jnani has to go through the Papa and Punyam of the Prarabdha slice. But the entire Sanchita is Bhasmasat Kurute Jnanam. Gita it has come. So, pursuing knowledge, it burns the entire infinite store which has the power to fructify into janmas. No? In every janma, we will be exhausting one slice of the Sanchita cake. And also, as we pursue knowledge, all this, Gita, Karma Yoga and Jnanam, we want to avoid creating more karma. Why? Because that karma will add to the quiver. And so the Sanchita slides to become bigger. So that is what the mumukshu wants to be free from the.
So that is why even after getting Atmajnana, one has to live to complete the prarabdha.
Yes. Yeah. That also the Shastras covers it in great detail. Viveka Chudamani, all this. See the Jnani, like Puja Swamiji, he underwent, he was going to inaugurate some institution in Tamil Nadu only, Udumalpet, I think. And in the night, the driver did not see the divider and crashed, But luckily, only a hairline fracture happened. That is part of Swamiji's prarabdha. But his ever joyful next day, he said, ha, nothing has happened. Smiling away, So the impact is very, very less for jnanis, as even they go through the prarabdha. They are not, their abhimana is down to the minimum. In fact, Viveka Chudamani says, then the ego, it's the body that undergoes the karma, not you. You are free. And the jnani abides as that Nitya Mukta Purushaha. So, there is a huge distancing between you and the bodies. That is the difference between jnanis and us. Right? So, here is the prayer that, O Devi, you destroy this host of papas which are accumulated over so many janmas and you bless me with punya. So, like right now, we have the punya to be in an ashram, to listen to the Shastras. So, punya means we are in Bharata Desha, we are in a culture, in a society, in a family which is supporting spiritual growth, which is, can be taken for granted. Supposing you are in a materialistic society or you are in a dictatorial communist country like China and all, you can't even worship devatas, you don't have spiritual freedom, you don't have democratic freedom. That is all Papa Karma Phalam. In fact, there was an article where it said that those, after COVID, we saw these Bhayankara scenes, They're all praying that their next Janma should be in Bharata Desha. And people in Bharata Desha want to escape to America because of mosquito bites and all this many problems, And weather. But really, moksha is not limited to the geographical confines of a country. Definitely not. There are so many jnanis all over the world, So it is the privilege of a human shariram, wherever it may be. Yeah. But the punya papa balance. There is an example of the cow. The cow is a sattvic animal, we know. If the cow is born in Bharata Desha, there is punya. If it is born in America, it will land in between the burger buns. Then, even in Bharata Desha, if the cow is born in Kerala, slaughterhouse. If it is born in Gujarat, worship, and they have old age retirement homes for the cows. And I saw the article, they have a chapati machine just to feed the cows. How beautiful is that? So look at the difference in punyam, even for the animal janma, what to speak about ours, So that is the idea here, the first time. Then kimcha means it's idiomatic, and further. Kimcha, together it goes. Kimcha and punyam, alim, bundle of punyam, arat, immediately sampadya. And you bless me with a bundle of punyam. Yeah? Then what? Punyam sampadya. Sampadya means having earned punyam. Astikya buddhim. Very important word for students of Vedanta. Astikya buddhi means asti iti buddhi. Yeah? That is, I have an open, trusting mind. And what is another word for astikya buddhi? Shraddha. Shraddhavan labhate
Jnanam.
jnanam. Yeah? So astikya buddhi is the one who has the Shraddha. Shraddha with respect to Shruti, Guru Vachaneshu, Adaram, Bhakti, Dadhyam. Yeah? We saw this definition in Tattvabodha also. Shraddha ka, what is Shraddha? Guru Vachaneshu, Shastreshu, Astikya Buddhi. The one who has an open, trusting mind to the vision of the Shastras, who does not dismiss it. What is there in the Shastras? Who is not biased. How can all this be true? That kind of attitude is lack of Shraddha. Negative attitude, biased attitude, closed attitude is lack of Shraddha. But the one who approaches the Shraddha as you would believe something that you see. If I see, look at this elephant in my hand, what will you think? Swamini is tired. You are not going to believe it, right? Because your eyes are reporting a clip. So you have total Shraddha in your eyesight, right? You will not believe anything else even if I tell you to believe. So like that we need Astikya Buddhi or Shraddha in the words of the Guru who is unfolding the Shastra. Then Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. So this Acharya is praying Sampadya Astikya Buddhim with respect to Shruti, Vachaneshu, in the words of the Shruti, in the words of the Guru, and Adaram. Respect. I should have respect and Bhakti Dardhyam. Bhakti Dardhyam means unswavering devotion. Unswavering devotion and Bhakti. Towards another list is coming. Deva Acharya Dvijatishu Api. So, this what is Astika Buddhi means for the one who considers the Veda as the Pramana. Now, Pramana is a very important word. Pramana means Pramayaha Karanam. Karanam is instrument. Prama means, anybody? Prama? Knowledge. Knowledge. So, anything, any instrument that gives you knowledge is a Pramana. So, eyes are Pramana for forms and colors, ears for sounds, nose for smells, tongue for taste, skin for
Touch and feel.
yeah, the sensations. So these are called Pancha Pramanas, right? They give us knowledge of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. So the one who has Astikya Buddhi will consider Veda Mata or the Shastras as the sixth Pramanam. And the sixth Pramanam is beyond these Pancha Pramanas. Because they cannot reveal what our Pancha Pramanas reveal. They are beyond. Today the science is expanding the frontiers. They are finding out details about dark matter, about the space, how space is contracting and expanding, and there is dark matter out there. Something is out there. And the recent Nobel laureate, what did he say? He said the Big Bang is not the beginning of Srishti. It is the end of a previously begun Srishti, which the Gita and Upanishads have talked about thousands of years ago. So that person who has Shraddha in the Veda as a Pramana, yes, the Veda can reveal something beyond what is seen. So what is the scope of science? Scope of science is limited by the objects of senses.
Seeing is beginning.
Yeah, seeing or hearing, touching, smelling, tasting. So only the objective world is the scope of science. So Vedas can never come under the scope of science because it is revealing something beyond the scope of science. Yeah? What is it revealing? One word, Ishvara. Jagat Karnam Ishvara. And Tat Jagat Karnam Ishvara Tvam Asi. You are that. So the one who has an open, unbiased, trusting mind with respect to the Veda Shastras and to the Guru which is unfolding this Paramatattvam, has Astikya Buddhi. And this author is saying, give me that Astikya Buddhi.
Amma,
And then,
1 minute, Amma. Then how the Veda penetrates to us inside? How we gain the knowledge of Veda? When it is beyond these Pancha Prana.
yes. Yeah, that is the Shraddha. That is Shravanam. In a Shravanam, we are listening to the words, na Tattvamasi. Yeah? Then as you listen, you have to do Mananam, dwelling upon it, and then Nididhyasanam, and then by the grace of the Shruti and the Guru, that understanding will dawn. Yeah? That is the Akhandakara Vritti, understanding which will destroy the ignorance. What is the ignorance? I take myself to be this limited body, mind, individual, egocentric personality. This is all that I am. I like this, I don't like that. This is what I want, I don't want that. So the Vedas help me go beyond the limited, confined, encaged personality and discover the limitless Paramatatvam. Yeah? Now, the third line is Adaram, respect and steadfast devotion I should have towards Devatas, Acharya, Dvija, Tishu, Api. Yeah? Who are these people? Devatas, Acharya and Dvijas. Dvijas means Brahmins or twice born. Twice born are because they have been initiated into Veda Adhyayana through Upanayanam Samskara. So these are all Samskrita Purushas. Doesn't mean one who studies Sanskritam. No, they of course Sanskritam also they may study. Samskrita Purushas means they are the opposite of Prakrita Purushas. Prakrita means when we are born, we are all Prakrita. The exact equivalent in English is primitive. Primitive means what? The one who will just follow Raga Dveshas. No? Prompted by Raga Dveshas, and it is not cultured, it's not refined. And that is why all the samskaras we have, no? Namakaranam and Jatasya, all that. Samskaras. Samskaras, yeah. Samskriyate. So these three categories, the Devatas, Acharyas, they all follow the dictates of what? Shastras. They don't go by their own individual will, Raga Dvesha, I want to do this, I do that. In fact, Acharya is Acharati Swayam Acharati Anyan Api Acharayati. One who follows the Vedic principles and who sets an example for others is a true Acharya. So all these Devatas, Acharyas and Dvijas, they are all what? Samskrita Purushas. Means cultured and refined. So bless me with devotion for all these categories, for my teachers, for Brahmanas and the Devatas, yeah. And Manu Nivahe Tavakine Mitandam. Yeah, Tavakine is you. Let me have devotion towards the japa and mantras which glorify you, O Devi. Like today we are going to do Lalita Sasnamam, Soundarya Lahari, all that you are doing, Devi Mahatmam chanting, means you have that Adaram and Dhrida Bhakti towards the mantras glorifying you. And definitely that will bring the punyam and destroy the papas and accelerate the growth towards the ultimate knowledge. Yes. Vidyam Shuddham Siddhim Kamlajadayitashtakam Dehi Mahyam. Okay, I thought I'll do one more, but time is running short a little bit. Let's just chant the next one. Fourth. Nitantam means very deep. Yeah. Yeah, that is the group of mantras. Manuniva Tavakine glorifying you. You have to take it together. Manunivahe Tavakine Nitantam. In the mantras. Bhagavan Krishna has also said Yajnanam Japa Yajnaha Asmi. So that mantra has the power to purify my Sukshma Shariram. Mananat Trayati iti mantra. Physical body is only by snanam and all that. But mantras we can chant anytime. It is free. When you're traveling in the train, you must have done mantra japam. Flight doesn't cost anything. No yajna, no expenditure. And that is which protects my mind. How does it protect my mind? Mantras. Exactly. From mechanical thinking, from materialistic tendency, from doubt, self-doubt, and all this host of mental afflictions. Mantra japa is very, very beautiful sadhana. Krishna has glorified in the 10th chapter. No? We'll just briefly read the next one and then we'll see it tomorrow. Vidyamudrakshamala Amrita Vilasat Panipatho Jajale Vidyamudrakshamala Amrita Vilasat Panipatho Jajale Vidyadana Pravine Jadabadiramukhe Shigram Vidyadana Pravine Jadabadiramukhe Shigram Natebhyaha Vidyadana Pravine Jadabadiramukhe Shigram Natebhyaha Kamadinantaran Matsahajari Puvaran Devi Nirmulya Vega Kamadinantaran Matsahajari Puvaran Devi Nirmulya Vega Nityam Shuddham Cha Buddhim Kamalajadayite Satvaram Dehi Mahyam
Vidyam Shuddham Cha Buddhim Kamalajadayite Satvaram Dehi Mahyam.
So this verse is going to show the symbolism of the Devi Saraswati. Now we have different depictions, no? Like here Saraswati is holding a veena, most popular depiction. But this verse shows that the Devi is holding Akshamala, Rudraksha Spatika, and Amrita Ghata, standing for Moksha, and Chinmudra, we know Chinmudra, and Grantha, Vedas. So each one of them, the importance this Acharya is going to describe. You know, how by doing, the Mala stands for all the sadhanas. And when we do all the sadhanas, we come to the Vedamata, the scriptures. We are interested on Jnanam. And then the Jnanam will give us the Chinmudra Tattvam. And understanding the Chinmudra significance, I will get the Amrita Ghata. That is Moksha. So there is a sequence here, and we will see this in the tomorrow's class. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahimahisha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanya Prithvi Satya Shalini Desho Yam Shobarahita Brahmana Santu Nirbhaya Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kasyit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om
गुरुभ्यो